I'm just gonna give it a go. See what happens. Yeah, it's been a bit messed up. Just getting things wrong. But I'm learning. I'm learning a thing or two about streaming, and I wonder when we'll get our first viewer. Previously, been looking at some new skins. In fact, this stream, I'm going to be looking at pretty much all of them. All of them I've featured so far. So let's start from the top and work our way down to the bottom. The first skin on our list, no one's watching just yet, but that should be alright. I'm wondering if the chat will work for this. I'm hoping one person will be like online. Someone mentioned I should put notifications, and this is just haphazardly done. Maybe next time I'm back at work, from work, I'll do a bit more effort into these streams, but this is just all done haphazardly. Just to test it out, test out the waters. I'm still deciding if it's right for me, but I'm going to get rid of the taskbar. That's really annoying. It just keeps popping up. And in case you're wondering, no, I'm not playing full screen. It's got its disadvantages, but one of the advantages are the fact that I can record 1440p. You know, not my 5120 by 5120 by 1440, I believe. It's like I got an ultra wide monitor, which is really, really cool. I like it. But yeah, this is one of the skins I featured a little while ago, and I learnt a new trick, which is to change the view model so I can kind of spin it around and everything like that. So it should be able to help me, I don't know, showcase skins a bit better. Probably not this one. I'll show you this angle. Yeah, this one is particularly grimy and oily, as you can see. Unfortunately, I can't quite remember who it's made from. But yeah, this is one of the skins I ought to refeature again on my channel. I previously featured the Negev version of the skin. But here's a different one, different skin that I am featuring very soon. And I wonder, if you could, it seems like there's someone watching. If you could just message the chat right now, I just want to see if I can receive it. Otherwise, I'm not too sure if I can even see it. Oh, this deagle is one of the best deagles I've seen thus far. I particularly love it. Its handcraftedness. Who made it? It escapes my mind. It's on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, this is one of my favorite deagles I got to feature throughout all this time. And oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Let me link it all up. Sorry about this. Wind. My bad. This is what the skin is meant to look like. In just a second. Can't believe. I keep screwing this up so many times. And the person's gone. Okay, hello, bye, goodbye. Oh no, I didn't do that. Yeah, that's better. That's better. All these skins I'm about to showcase and feature, I have featured or will feature in a little bit, which is particularly exciting. But today I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna have a little bit of a restful day because I went for an interview today, and hopefully I land the role. If I land it, I think it'll be a really good thing for me and my fiance. Oh, look at this all. How crazy is that? And my arms are gone. Ego Death, you make some of the best looking skins out. I particularly love this horrible design in terms of how grotesque it is. It's really fun to look at. But moving on, this is the blue snake. Oh, man. I feel like we need something like this in game. Just look how gorgeous that snake is. And the color scheme as well. Absolute bangers. But what do you think so far about some of these skins I'm showing? Which one are you a big fan of? This is yet another skin made by Egodeath. And we're going to just check it out in this particular angle. I mean, it's just got a big fat happy face on it, doesn't it? It's super cool. I like it. I like it. But the next one on this list is this bunny. Probably not everyone's favorite skin. But I think the colors, the background is particularly striking. It's definitely extreme in its colors choices, that's for sure. But one thing that everyone should adore and love is this Glock 18. The burning Sakura. Oh my gosh, this is just one of the spiciest guns out there. Absolutely amazing looking. Absolutely amazing looking. But more amazing looking skins. Admittedly, I'm not the biggest fan of this. It is definitely a W without a doubt. But I don't know. It was quite surprising to see how many people really like this skin. And of course, I'm going to be spinning it throughout my fingers because you just gotta do that sometimes. But yeah, the Danger Scroll. My goodness. This one just reminds me of Danger Zone. I do think the black is probably a bit too black on this particular design, but just looking at all those feral beasts that probably are being irradiated in the wastelands of something like that, oh, it's absolutely insane. So, I don't know. I do wish I had like a moderator, so to speak, so they could send links to the workshop. But yeah, I'm always combing through it, and I always encourage a lot of people to comb through it because I think it's really quite insane. And I'm hoping the fact that we got 2 people watching right now. Oh, someone said hi. Finally, I know the chat is working. I was literally about to say, someone say hi, so I know the chat is working. This is getting good now. The fact that we got people in the chat. Hello there. But yeah, this is one of those kawaii skins that people might love or might absolutely hate. I don't know about you guys, but this one is thick, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we're just going to go over every single skin that I have access to, and just look at it all. This is one of the very first skins I think I featured for CS2. And yeah, like, what, by Noran? Yeah, I think this skin is a little bit primitive. I definitely like the breath, the fire breath. I definitely like the fact that it's a dragon from the Overpass map, but I just feel like maybe the rest of the skin kind of looks a bit dull. I think if it had like a pattern or something like that, that would be excellent. But moving on, we have this Death Sea by Next Gens. Let me get in frame right now. This one particularly looks amazing in terms of just the individual detail, the ocean, the water, and all that. I really like looking at it, but surprisingly, when I featured it a while ago, there's a lot of people that didn't seem to enjoy it one little bit. But one thing that I definitely like is this gun right here. This kind of looks like something you would see in like Fallout or something like that. Excuse my weird looking arms. I just want to like the best angle just to kind of show these types of skins. Yeah, something that you would probably see in an Overpass 2 collection or something like that. But moving on, we have this Zeus over here. Definitely not the best of the best skins, but I definitely like the overall concept design. It has since been updated, I believe, on the workshop, so I got an older version of it. But looking forward is this Dragonfly, and there's a guy called Muso. Huge fan of Muso's work, and I don't know why, but he hasn't like messaged me back. I've been wanting to feature him so many more times, but this is absolutely gorgeous. This handcrafted piece, just I love it. But this is a skin I'm going to be featuring in our upcoming video, and just look at the gorgeous line work by Hyoma. He makes some of the best looking skins I ever get to see. You know, I am a huge fan of his work, and I just hope he continues to make more skins like it. But moving on onto another dragon type thing is this very creative piece. Oh, I almost fell off the map. Just look at this Glock 18, this dragon. Oh my gosh, I really do hope that they add something of this caliber to the game. I think this one is one of the best skins I've featured. I know I'll be saying that throughout the entire stream, but I just thought I'll just go over pretty much everything I've featured up until this point. No particular reason at all, but I just want to show everything that I've seen. And can't remember his name. It's Miguli. I've probably butchered his name. He makes some of the most amazing little stickers. He doesn't make skins so much, but I was very happy to be able to feature this one. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little alien with all the trinkets he's got from Earth, and he's just kind of ejecting them out into space. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. But moving on, we have this AWP. Again, I can't remember who's made everything off the top of my head, but this one was, I think, made on an iPad, as in like using Procreate. And it's quite interesting the fact that you can transfer some designs that you make on an iPad to the game. If I had the skill, I'd probably be doing that because I'm on my iPad quite often whenever I fly to work for FIFO. But moving on, we have this MP9. And I remember contacting the workshop author, and he initially said no to me because it just seemed very sus. I believe he's the one that questioned my username. So on Steam, I'm known as the Latasha, but on my YouTube channel called Skin Shorts. So just having that discrepancy, it was just like, I don't want to send you the files. He ended up sending me the files so I could check it out, and I'm so glad he did. It's something that should be in the Dreams and Nightmares case number 2. But yeah, check it out, guys. Oh, look at this. I'm gonna stick it in my face. This is another skin. I think I featured this previously on stream, and I did say to the workshop author that I think it needs a little bit more work. But actually, when looking at it a second time, I'm a bit more of a fan of it. And I've had a little bit of time to record gameplay of it and all that, and it's super shiny. It's almost like it's like wet. Let me get the correct angle. Anyway, point is, something that is handcrafted from someone that's particularly new to the workshop. So that's the thing about these people that make skins. It's quite interesting just to see new names once on the workshop. Want to encourage them, but at the same time also be a bit wary about what people make, because unfortunately I've been noticing there's a bit more AI being used on the workshop, and it's a bit hard to tell what is legit and what's not. So generally speaking, if I have like a little GIF of the way they made it, then I'll be like, yep, no, I would definitely want to feature this. But this is another classic design by Ego Death, one of my favorite people on the workshop. He's a legend. I am a pretty big fan of what he does, especially for the workshop community. But moving forward, we have this Gorilla King. This is one of the more interesting designs. I'm not too sure why this gorilla is super duper mad, and I definitely don't know what the other text says. Probably says something about gorilla or king or something like that. But yeah, looking at it as a whole, definitely something to just check out. I like it. I definitely like it. But moving on, we have this graphical. It kind of looks like something you get from The Walking Dead, the Telltale series. I don't know if you guys have played that game for yourself, but it's one of my favorite stories I've ever seen, ever. So yeah, I love playing it, and I'm kind of sad the fact that's over and done, but I guess all good things have to end. But one thing that isn't good and doesn't need to end is this Happy Cat. I do hope this guy, I think it's Multi-H, if I'm wrong, eventually makes a Happy Cat or Happy Dog, like a Happy Pup, but for like the USPS, like a German Shepherd or something like that. I would think that would be particularly cool. I definitely like this design. I just hope that he makes one for the, I don't know, P2000, the USPS for CTs. But moving on, this is reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know if you guys have ever watched it. It's one of my favorite animes, and I think this is Pride, if I'm wrong. Like Pride's Homunculus. Anyway, if you haven't watched Full Metal Alchemist, definitely watch that. It's one of my favorite animes, but it reminds me of it because there's so many eyes. It's pretty darn freaky, if you ask me. But moving forth, we have this P90. You can see all these owls. I know my friend that will be attending my wedding, his mum is a huge enjoyer of owls. So if I ever show her this skin, I think she would want to buy it if it ever got in-game. Or maybe even just play Counter-Strike. It's a cool design, and there's that one owl bottom right-hand corner that seems over it, which is my fiance's particular favorite one. But moving forth, we have this History of Comics. It kind of reminds me of Grand Theft Auto. Just the design. I don't know. Like, what do you guys think? Is it a W? I know there's a lot of grey on it, and I feel like there could have been a bit more work done to make the grey parts a bit more interesting. But then again, without it, it doesn't. It makes the rest of the skin pop out more. So definitely some really good stuff. And I like how the fact that you can see the eyes clearly and plainly, even when just holding the weapon itself. But one skin that I didn't save, my bad. Let me fix that up. Let me fix it up now. Yeah, this Mac 10, it has a goose on it. One of my favorite designs. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know, just my life, because my fiance calls me a silly goose all the time, and the fact that it says honk means quite a bit. Yeah, okay. The Play 2 M4A4, nice. Yeah, nah. Yeah, it has similar colors to it, I suppose. I didn't even think about that, to draw that parallel, so thanks for that input. Moving forth, we have this gorgeous M4A4, made by one of my favorite workshop authors, Andrit. I think he is definitely one of the best workshop authors. If there was a top 10 list, he would make top 10 for sure, but maybe even top 5. I'm not entirely too sure. Like, there's just so much good works out there, but this is one of the skins that kind of annoys me. For one particular reason, and it's nothing to do with the workshop author themselves. I just wish we could add a shader, so you can see there's the water there. If only it was like Molotov where you can shake it about. If that were to be the case, I think this skin would go from 10 to like 20 out of 10. You know, it'd be super duper amazing. And I like how there's like a water effect, how it's like all wet on the side of the stock. I think that is particularly interesting. I do think that if you were to enter water, let's say in Anubis, the CT region, if you just step foot in there, I think your skins should be like a little bit wet for a little bit for a bit of time. But anyway, moving forth, it's a good skin. The next skin is this hydroponic jungle. And yeah, it has a butterfly and it shifts colors as you kind of shoot it and move it and all that. This is a skin that I was meant to actually feature back on my channel for CSGO, and I lost contact with the author. I've like basically forgot to message him, more so if anything. And then he asked me if I was still interested. He didn't think it was like asking me if I thought it wasn't good enough to feature on my channel. And there are some skins I will deny because I don't think it reaches the bar, but this one definitely clears the bar. And the fact is, I was quite surprised that some people really liked this skin particularly. Me personally, not my favorite skin that I've ever featured, but the fact of the matter is he was really happy the fact that I featured him, even though he didn't think I thought he'd reach a bar. Kind of confusing there, but ask and you shall receive. But moving forth, we got a Glock by Nick, I think it is. I think this is a very well done design, but I just think, like the as in concept, so to speak, but I just think the black is too black, and I think the water could be, I don't know, it probably just shows up as blue on the YouTube stream. I don't know, I just think it is, I like this idea, and I think with a bit more refinement, it could be something even greater. But moving forth, we've got this jellyfish skin, and this one, I like, as I said before, there are some GIFs that you see workshop authors upload of how they like speed paint this type of stuff. I really do wish I had the ability to draw as well as Dodo Rush. He is a fantastic illustrator, and these are just some trippy designs. I think he should make one that would be like mushroom-esque. That would be pretty cool. But moving forth, we have the lobotomy. Now, who's this made by again? I'm sorry. I forget so many names. Remembering names isn't the best, but I definitely know it's something. This is an interesting design. I don't know if you guys ever heard of lobotomy, right? But that is the fact that we used to do that to people, and some people would voluntarily, willingly have like a stick inserted behind the eye, like an icicle. I don't know. Whatever the utensil was used, the fact that we used to do this to people is insane. But I love the design. But speaking about love, this skin here is actually literally called Love. And it is such a good design. I really like it. But I told, I think it's Kadaza, if I'm not wrong. I told him that I feel like some of the flames should have their own pearlescent mask, so they will just kind of change and flicker as change shade as you rotate the skin, and that's yet to be seen. So I think he should have a pearlescent version of the skin. But yeah, damn, it reminds me of, I think, like Living Color in Play 4, something very similar. But moving forth, we have one that is designed by Kadaza again, and this is my favorite skin he's made. So I was really happy to check this out in game. It's maybe a bit hard to discern, but there's a chick in there, like kind of looking out to the distance, and there are a bunch of happy faces and all that. Man, this skin is just kind of like off the chain. It is absolutely gorgeous, and the fact that I get to check it out, I don't know, it's some of these skins I see for myself first. I am so lucky. I love skins, as I would hope you can tell. But moving forth, anime, yeah, just look at her and her little meow meow cat. Some girls are getting into, or women are getting into CS, and I'd imagine this is something that they would be particularly drawn to. I'm not saying every female would want this P90, but I think there'll be a lot of chicks out there that would particularly enjoy this skin. So the fact that it is something that is made into reality, I'm a big fan. But moving forth, we got a Meteorite skin. I previously mentioned Dodo Rush. I think it was mentioned on Onipixel's stream. I couldn't believe the fact that he didn't like it. This to me is definitely a huge W, and I love it. I love his work. I'm a huge fan of Dodo Rush. I feel like he's one of the most underappreciated, unnoticed people on the workshop. His skins do seem to... Yeah, no, I agree with you. La Foxy. Anyway, moving forth, we have this P90. I featured the AUG version on CSGO, but had a bit of a different color and a slightly different design. So the fact that I got to repeat show it off it, I'm very glad and grateful to Chemical Alia. She is one of the best illustrators on the workshop, in my opinion. And yeah, I just love her work, and she is someone that consistently likes my Twitter posts, and I'm guessing YouTube videos. She doesn't comment on all of them, but I do know that she is just someone that has amazing talent, so I'm always cheering her on whenever she uploads something new to the workshop. But moving forth, initially when featuring this specific Galil, made by Next Gens, I thought we didn't have this skin in game. Like, for some reason it looked familiar. Like, it looked very familiar, and I was like kind of scratching my head like, have I seen this skin somewhere? But then I realized it's already been accepted in game. So that was the first time that I've featured a skin thinking that we have nothing like it, but we already do, made by the same dude, obviously. So the fact that I didn't realize when recording, rendering, uploading that, only after did I see it in game, I was just like, holy crap, like, we've got so many skins now in game that I can't even keep track. So yes, I want more skins in game, but it's starting to be a problem where I don't think there's really anyone that can name literally every skin off the top of the head. I know when I first started getting into CS, that was something I was really proud about. I knew every single skin there ever was, and now I frankly don't. But moving forth, something again from Muso. I hope one day I get to feature more of their skins. I don't know why they're ignoring my messages, but I'm so glad I get to see it, showcase it on stream. This has been one of my favorite orgs, if not my favorite org that I got to feature. This one is just whimsical. Again, a cat. Not the biggest fan of cats. I'm not against cats, but I prefer dogs overall. But just looking at this little cat here, hopefully it brings me a bit of luck in the future. But moving forth, this skin. Oh my gosh. I don't always read. By the way, that's my fiance messaging me. Oh, she's messaging me again. I'm doing a stream, man. She'll probably know that I'm doing a stream eventually. My point is, reading the workshop description, sometimes you find some telltale things. People make stories about how they came to design it. People make stories of like its purpose in Counter-Strike. But this is actually a story of this guy that designed a skin, Crops, I think his name is, how he went on like a mountain trip and just came across some dudes that also played Counter-Strike, and he designed a skin to remember that moment, which I think is just like, oh, that's really cool. I think that is a pretty cool story. All right, moving forth, as I previously featured the pollutant for the AK, this is the nigger version I got to feature a while ago, and yeah, definitely something to think about what we're doing to our planet. Me sitting here talking about skins, wasting all the power, I don't know. But moving forth, the Night Jungle. I forgot what skin are you referring to, LaFox? Love the use of the scope space. Oh, for the AEG, I'm guessing. Let me check out the AEG. 1 second. Yeah, that's scope though. Pretty good overall. Alright, going forth. We have a tree frog, this Night Jungle. Definitely something I'm a fan of. I like frogs, but more so my fiance. She adores frogs. And we're probably going to have a few frogs at our house one day, but there's something about her and frogs. But I'm not against it. I find her really quite nice, as in the things that she likes. I want to also like, but not all of them. But we have another nightmare design. One day I think we should get another competition of sorts. I was a huge fan of Dreams and Nightmares collection. Unfortunately, I have no talent to design skins myself, but looking at this particular skin is really quite something, you know? So I hope CS will make more designs like it. But here's something a bit different. This skin, I want to just show just the head of the octopus, and it's my only skin video that I've ever done where I made a subsequent follow-up video just to explain, hey, there's a weird glitch on Counter-Strike. Basically, the glitch was what I found, and you can watch it if you want for yourself after the stream or during the stream. It's up to you. My point is, you could perpetually shoot the Nova over and over and over again whilst reloading. Like, shoot and reload at the same time. It was a weird glitch. So normally you shoot, 7 or 8 rounds out of Nova and then you have to reload. You could just keep shooting until you literally ran out of ammo, as in use all your backup ammo. It was really weird, and I only discovered it because I was trying to find the right angle to show the head, because the rest of the skin you can see a little tentacles and it being in murky water, but you couldn't see the head itself, and I was just trying to find a way to show off the head. So that's how I found that weird glitch. Moving forth, another octopus, back-to-back octopi. This one is a bit more fanciful. You can see the anchor at the bottom. You can see this long ass tube. Definitely a W skin by Y9J, if I remember correctly. But moving forth, Pathfinder. I've been meaning to feature Tamputer a bit more. This is one of the best skins he's made so far, but he's actually good friends with a guy called Andy that I used to feature on my old YouTube channel. You guys might be shocked that I used to have an old YouTube channel, and you can still watch it if you want, but I'm not going to be uploading anytime soon, I don't think. But the Latasha. And I used to feature Andy's work all the time on my channel, so the fact that I got to feature someone that he's pretty darn close to is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing indeed. But anyway, moving forth. Oh, there's another pollutant. What am I doing? This is weird. Usually I don't have 2 of the same skins back and forth, so I'll probably have to delete one of them. Anyway, moving forth, we have a programmer, and look at these buttons. These buttons look 3D, like really, really 3D, especially if it's like a normal view model. But yeah, I think this is quite interesting. I don't know. There's so many things that people make that I don't really expect. The next one after that, and I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, I think they're made by 2 different people. But this is another skin with buttons on the side, like for a computer. This is definitely one of the best looking AKs that I've seen. And I think it's so creative. Just look at that spacebar and all that. Makes me want to do like a speed demon. I forgot what his name. Poon, is it? I think it's Poon. One of the classic videos, but just look at that arrow click. I honestly hope this is one of the skins they end up releasing, because it's so creative. Like, especially for Office 2 collection, that would be a big fat W. But moving forth, let's me get the next skin up. But yeah, is there any questions that anyone has for me in particular? Because I'm more than happy to kind of like share them if you've been wondering about my life or something like that. But predominantly I want to talk about skins. But if you ever have a question of sorts... Oh, Quazga! He's here! Oh, Quazga, mate. As if you're joining me. I'm so happy. It is a good morning. But it's actually 1 o'clock for me in the afternoon. So yeah, my life could be changing real soon. Could be getting a new job. Still to do with mining. But we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, this one is a very interesting design. Who's it made by? It's at the tip of my tongue. I'm getting distracted. But this design, I think, should be applied to a lot more skins. And honestly, I think Valve might go for it. I mean, I'm quite surprised that we haven't seen more of something like this already. So I think this is I could be wrong. I think this is a pretty good original idea. I think it's by Des. I could be wrong. I think Des did it. But here is another design by Dodo Rush that I'm going to be featuring very soon. Is very reminiscent of, I guess, the Moonrise collection. I think it's Moonrise. I think that's by MG Baz. But I like it. And the reason why I can relate them to is the fact that it has a moon. He doesn't have a copyright on the moon. But yeah, no, I just like it. It's clean. It's not a skin that has many patterns or anything like that. But I think it's just gorgeous. But moving forth, something by Arco Digital and his lovely supportive wife. This elephant looks a little bit stretched out, admittedly speaking, but it's something that I think is a W. Or maybe it is Des. I don't know. I can't. So many people to remember. But moving forth, we have this beautiful Negev made by someone I forgot. Sorry. I feel like I've been preparing for this interview for so long, and now that's just passed. Like, yeah, I'm celebrating just to do a stream of just showing all the skins and everything like that. But yeah, I'm terrible with names. That's why I always need a script. Otherwise, I'll forget. But moving forth, something by Hyoma. I love this two-tone design. You can see this little fox over here and this lady with one eye closed, two-faced lady. It's very whimsical design. Let's see if I can... You can barely see it, but there's like a turtle at the very end of the skin. And yeah, it has like a little house on it. But this is definitely one of the best skins out there for the sword off. But another really good design by Dodo Rush yet again. Shooting Star. Just look how gorgeous that is. Very easy, very simplistic, very easy to the eyes. I love it. I love it. But moving on, we have the Silent Cruise, again, by Hyoma. Got to feature the entire collection of his, which I don't really ever do. I don't want to always focus on the one skin, but the fact that these skins were all, I guess, definitely unique for their own purpose, I thought it was something worth showing to everyone. But moving forth, something again by Chemical Alia, skin in the game. I think this is one of the most creative skins in the sense that it's just like, imagine someone's forearm with a bunch of tattoos. I'm not the biggest fan of tattoos, admittedly, but the fact that it's been implemented on this skin as it has been, I think Valve should really consider adding this in-game. But there's that 9/21/12. I'm not too sure what that is relating to. Maybe it's to do with the update, the breakout case. maybe? I don't know. Because it looks like a butterfly knife. I have to ask her about it. Why she did that number. We'll see. But moving forth, we have Smoke Mid every day. Such a creative design. Not the best of the best of the best, but I definitely do like it. I think it would probably work better as a sticker, admittedly, but as you can see, it's a custom paint job, which is pretty cool. We don't get too many of these. Like, we get more gunsmith style weapons, and most of my skins I have on hand right now are all gunsmith style, but every skin that I showed you so far on this stream, but the point and click, has been custom paint job, so it doesn't have that metallic looking finish. But yeah, another skin made by Hyoma. This one is, I think he's so creative in how he implements these skins. Just a little teddy bear, but this lady dreaming of this, I don't know, big flying whale in space. Really amazing stuff. I can't sing his praises enough. But here's something by Blossom Alex. This Desert Eagle SOS. I'll stop that animation. I just want to show off the red, gorgeous color. Oh my gosh, this deagle. I can feel the texture detail on it. It looks so 3D. It's a really amazing work she did. Her and Vlad did on the workshop, especially on the normal map. But moving on, again, Hyoma, can't feature him enough. Just look at this two-tone design. M4A4 absolutely looks amazing. Nice. Yeah, the P90 is absolutely amazing. If you're talking about the skin in the game, which I think you are, Quasgar, yeah, literally one of my favorite skins. But yeah, something made by another female workshop author, Mia. I think her work is amazing. This reminds me of the Fire Serpent on a lot of levels. Considering the animal or beast in question in the middle, but this is like a water serpent type thing, not a fire serpent. And yeah, just someone that is, I think, somewhat new to the workshop now. Somewhat. I could be mistaken, but yeah, moving forth, Stellar Attraction, another skin by Hyoma. Oh my gosh, I feel like every second skin I'm showing is just his work. I wish I could rotate the deal, just like, maybe I should just inspect them all in the inventory menu. But yeah, this is such a good skin. I love it. And I think this is the last one I'm showing. I think so. By Hyoma. Swan Lake. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I hope any one of them that I get to showcase, not just today, but like showcase on my channel by Hyoma, gets in game. Because I definitely think this is just something that's so unique. But moving forth, we have the Thunderstrike. This is the MP7 Thunderstrike. Not too sure what the AWP version is, but yeah, I remember saying that this should be made on the AWP in my video, and subsequently the workshop authors decided to do just that. So it's always very flattering to think that people just kind of appreciate my opinion to the point that they actually make it a reality. If I got a suggestion, not that everyone has to listen to me, because sometimes I'm a bamboozle dingus person that just babbles on a bit too much. But the fact that people listen to me and make some stuff is really cool. And the name I was forgetting for a little while before I mention is Derwin. The fact that he made something like this is absolutely gorgeous. He's relatively a newcomer to the workshop, but he makes some of the most amazing skins. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy. But this is made by Chemical Alia, and one of the coolest guys I got to meet from doing all these skin things. And I just forget his name. Anyway, my point is, I was so glad that he came back just to make this one skin. If it were to be accepted, I'm sure we'll be able to see more of his work. But yeah, Triceratops, for those who like that type of stuff. Oh, I don't have the texture for this anymore. I can't show it. This would have been the trusty old drill. I think I accidentally deleted it. I'm not too sure why. But yeah, it's really annoying, but it doesn't matter anymore. Here's a girl on the side of skin, beautiful skin. Can't remember who's made from. Too many people to talk about. But yeah, this skin, just look at her, Rush, and there's also the little spray can on the back of the skin. Just a W skin overall. I love it. The weightless, I feel that I wish we could actually make 3D models, like new 3D models, but then again, how much gigabytes would the game be if we could do that? But yeah, this is a very good attempt at trying to make a skin look as 3D as it can, but when I get really close, you can see that it's a bit flat. But what can you really do, really? Like, the 3D renders of this on the workshop look absolutely gorgeous. It's really quite unparalleled. But unfortunately, in-game, it's not the best looking, but it reminds me of the Ticket to Hell. Now, moving forth, we have this gorgeous UMP45. It did get a little bit of hate because it's anime style. If you are an anime watcher, you will love this skin, so there's really nothing much I can really add to it. But this next skin, I was quite surprised how well received it was. I'm not saying that I hate it, it's just not my favorite. And the fact of the matter is there was a lot of comments saying that we need this skin. Yeah, I'm hoping that the workshop author makes more because he's definitely onto something. There's a lot of people that seem to really like it. But the next skin is, and final custom paint job skin I get to feature, because that's all I have literally, is this one. Again, forget who's made by. Fairly decent. Not my favorite, but fairly decent. Something way better than I could ever make. But moving forth, we are going to look at the gunsmith style weapons. And yeah, just look at this one. This is made by Arling. I know there's an update, more updated version of the skin, but man oh man, that lady, ooh, she is thick. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm not really big a fan of the intricate gold at the front. I think it's just a bit too fine. But moving forth, we have this PP Bison, and to my surprise, my fiance seemed to really like this skin. It's military-esque style. It reminds me of Quasga's and Debsky's earlier work that I got to feature at the Steel Chomper. That was the second video I ever featured on my channel, on this channel that is. So the fact that I got to see this and it's made by Emu, someone I really appreciate and respect megally, like a German guy. Yeah, great work. He's made this supercharged as well. This is a new skin that I just picked up very recently by an all new workshop author. I think the red is a bit too hard to discern because you can see the background, which is just pure red, and then there's just like another beast right behind this lady person that kind of looks like Lifeweaver from Overwatch. I don't know, it's a bit hard to discern, but it's still a really good skin. It's just a bit too red in my opinion. Anyway, moving forth, M4A4 M USPS Ancient Assassin. Let me fix that up real quick. Should have that. Does that fix it? Nope, doesn't fix it. I don't know what's going on. That is pretty sad. I can't show you this skin. My bad. Moving forth, we got a Aqua Blade. This one is coming up on my channel very soon. In fact, I was recording gameplay of it earlier. Just the usual inspect and all that. Definitely something to look forward to. I'm pretty sure it's made by a new person that I haven't featured before. But moving forth, we have the Arctic Wolf. And this is one of my favorite skins that aren't too expensive. You can get it in game right now for, I think, the AEG and UMP45 if I'm not wrong. Just want to feature it. Again, made by someone I love and adore, Blossom Alex. She makes some of the best work. Another skin I'm going to feature. It's one of those skins that the 3D renders are absolutely amazing. Really, really good. But then, I don't know. It just looked... The renders are amazing. The in-game, it's definitely something decent. But the fact is, I wish we could just kind of drill holes if it was like transparent or something like that. Would be huge. Absolutely love you. Or porcelain. You should already know what this is. If you haven't seen it before, you're living under a rock. Absolutely gorgeous skin. Love it. Love Enrit. He's such a good guy. But this is the skin I mentioned before. The Thunderstrike, but for the AWP. This, in my opinion, is better than the actual Lightning Strike that we have for Counter-Strike. It has a red scope lens, and that is absolutely insane. No, I love it. It's a really good skin, and the fact that I had previously mentioned it should be made, the fact that I made it is quite flattering. Moving forth, a skin that I think I have featured on an old video. Again, so many videos, so many skins, it's hard to keep track. But yeah, this reminds me of the P90 Freight. I'm pretty sure it's made by the same guys. But yeah, if we do get an Overpass 2 collection, something like this would be definitely needed. But here is a baby Fire Serpent. It's a bit oily, a bit like metallic looking, but I'm pretty sure we already have baby Fire Serpent sticker. But it's made by those guys that made that sticker. Really good looking stuff, and there's some stuff that's been added as well. It's not just a copy paste thing, it's an updated refined version. So don't think it will get in game, but it's fairly decent to say the least. Now here's something made by Yui and Pains. Absolutely gorgeous. My favorite thing about this skin is that little birdie bird in the middle. Very cute. Very nice touch. Esport like. Different colors. Check it out eventually. P90 Bard. And I wish I had a Bard to play some music to coincide with showing off all these skins. Pretty extreme. It reminds me of the Neon Rider. How many skins? Oh, there's a lot of skins. I'll breeze through this, and then I'll probably end the stream in all honesty. But here is the Desert Eagle Bella. You can see how beautiful this texture work is. This lady looks 3D. Really amazing work by Demetrio, I think, if I'm not wrong, from the top of my head. Really like it. Different colors on the workshop. Really amazing stuff. Everyone should already have seen this skin quite a few times, but I'm very proud to announce that I was one of the very first to get their mittens on, considering that I recorded gameplay before it being added to the workshop. No, not to the workshop, to the game. I'm mistaken. Got to record gameplay after it was added to the workshop, but before it was accepted in the case. But moving forth, it's Valorant P2000, pretty darn decent. I'm not against Valorant looking skins. Hopefully we can bring some of those folk across to our beloved esteemed game. And this is made by Enrit. Definitely a very interesting design. Look how rustic it looks. Just kind of like welded together. It's made by the guy that made the AWP Porcelain, the USPS Inheritance, the AK-47 Inheritance, that type of stuff. It's probably my least favorite skin he's made. But at the same time, I can appreciate that this skin is kind of masterfully crafted in the sense that it's just like, you can see that it has like a bit of a story. And I think Valve would like that. Moving forth, something made by Ryukin. This Carnage. I think there was a Carnage, Tech 9 Carnage or something like that was accepted. Gorgeous skin. Gorgeous. I love it. And I'll probably need to pick up one day, assuming I buy skins again. But here's something that I'm going to be showing up very soon. This AK-47 reminds me of the Cartel, but I am wondering who of that, those who are still watching. I mean, we've got 3 people right now. It's bouncing up, and bouncing down. What do you think? Would you guys buy a skin like this? This is made by someone completely new to the workshop, and it just seems a bit too intricate to be made by AI. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. But the fact that everything all fits together in a neat way leads me to believe this is a pretty good design. But yeah, now we're down to 2 people. Luckily 2 people. Who knows? Maybe when we get to 0 or something like that, I might end, because admittedly I'm a bit tired from today. But that's alright. I'll keep pressing on, because I wanted to show you guys these last few skins before everyone leaves or say goodbye. thanks for joining. This is a very interesting AK. Definitely love looking at something like this. It is very, I don't know, military-esque. But moving forth, we have this Siracut. This one is a purple deagle. Who wouldn't want this by their side? This one is really, like, I just love the color. It is particularly, I don't know, purple. I mean, it reminds me of, like, the overall design of the Code Red, but it's just purple, unlike the Code Red. But moving forth, we have this UMP, and looking at a glance, it reminds me of Badrock's work, and I was quite surprised that he wasn't involved making it. If you don't know who that guy is, he is the guy that made the Hyper Beast, and this reminds me of the Hyper Beast because it's just simply the colors and the theme that's used. So I was quite surprised to learn that, not Hyper Beast. What am I doing? Sorry. Sometimes I forget to save my work, as in save like the path files, and then it forgets. Cool. Just give me 1 second. There we go. So here's the champagne. We got like the Molotov in game, and you can kind of shake it around and see the liquid swish around. I wish this skin, you could add that kind of effect to it, because imagine you could just move it around and all that type of stuff, and you could see the liquid move around. Definitely huge W, but I just wish it had that ability to have that shader effect. That would be really amazing. Here's a skin that I really liked. Looking at this art style, I reckon they could make like a comic book to coincide with it or something like that. I think it is such a smart design, and I do hope they make something like that, but for the AWP, I feel like it would transfer fairly well. But anyway, I'll leave it for them to do and decide. But here's something that is made by Mad Poly, otherwise known as Alpha. Yeah, this skin has been made in the works for the longest time. And honestly, it is such a delight just to see it in game. And I don't know if you guys can hear my neighbors, but that was quite loud recently. Anyway, moving forth, another skin. It kind of reminds me of the M4A4 Coalition, but it also reminds me of the Fusion that recently featured. Fairly decent skin. We'll be featuring it very soon on my channel, so definitely check that video out when it's live. But here is a skin that the author said that they didn't think it was their best work. I was really surprised how this turned out. I was just thinking, damn, Counter-Strike 2 skins, the amount of possibilities. I love how the light shimmers across the skin itself. I think it is absolutely insane under the correct lighting stances, but the workshop author kind of seemed to not like his skin that much. So I was really quite surprised that they were so critical of this skin. I think it's really gorgeous. Moving forth, we have this AUG. It's painted in like F1 racing colors, some of the classic designs there, and this one is just really quite delight to look at. I hope they make more variants in terms of different colors, but I definitely like the styling of this skin. But moving forth, we have this UMP45, and it's called Counter-Strike. You can clearly tell what it is inspired by, our beloved esteemed game. But yeah, I just think it's just too shiny, like too metallic looking. I think if it was toned back a little bit, it would look even better. But no, a fairly decent attempt for a Counter-Strike themed skin. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. Seemingly, maybe something's happening. I don't know. Flight. So annoying. Sometimes I feel like I just forget to save it. Or maybe something is actually happening. I don't know. Maybe it's forgetting my paths or something. I don't know. But we'll see it. Just give me 1 moment and you'll see this skin. This is such a gorgeous looking AK. It is so good. Arsad and Ghost Rider should be very proud of themselves. I do hope they send me the version 2, because that looks even better. But yeah, looking at this particular bird, I hope she flies well, and I hope she flies strong. But moving forth, we have the Croaking Frogs, and this particular skin is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Made by Mia, a workshop author that I really do admire. She makes some really good stuff. Definitely up there in the workshop, especially for the female scene. But moving forth, we have a Cybogenics. I can't even say the word right. We have this Ice Cold M4A4 by Sororux, and this one just makes me wonder, will we get like a winter themed loadout showcase one day, or will they ever make a winter themed case skin thing? I hope they make like a competition of making like winter themed skins. I think that would be really cool. This would be a huge contender if they ever did. Something that they should add to the Sub-Zero collection if they ever make that. Here's a skin that is fairly decent. Not the best of the best of the best, but this guy wanted me to feature him anyways. And he's fallen on some hard times as of late, but I'll be glad to feature his skin because I want to encourage this guy. Who knows? Maybe there's a better future ahead. So, all the best to him. Moving forth, we have this Dagger song. I mean, look at this skin. This skin is pretty extreme. It's a bit hard to see all those hidden figures at the back charging this samurai man, this ninja warrior, so to speak. But hopefully he gets out on top. But moving forth, we have the Darkwing, made by Blossom Alex. Oh, I can't sing her praises enough. Just look at this design. It is super gorgeous. Every little inch filled with all this detail. It is quite insane just to see how much she's packed in. But the Deadwood is made by someone we should all know and appreciate. The guy that made the Hyper Beast series. This is his Deadwood, and it kind of looks like an alien thing. I don't know, like something you'd find on a spaceship. It's pretty extreme. Like all the colors they used, it's super different. I don't think I've seen something quite like this on the workshop. But moving forth, we have the Deep Sea. I think it's made by Slimeface. I could be wrong. Have I featured Slimeface? I don't know. I'm getting a bit tired. But what I'm not tired of is looking at skins. And this one is admittedly fairly rudimentary, but it is still a W. Probably a mil-spec if it ever gets released. Just like this one. This would be a good mil-spec weapon. I'd be pretty happy if they released something like this. I like the tape on top. I like the fact that the suppressor has something more than just its suppressor. Really good skin. I like it. But another thing that would go well with that skin that I just featured is this Desert Mercenary. This one is made by Emu. He's made the Supercharge that everyone should know and love. That is basically my favorite like AK skin. I don't think there is another AK skin I like more than that actually. But my point is, this is one of his creations, and it's yeah, people should love it as it reminds me of the Sand Dune Safari Mesh, but for the org. It's not just a bland texture because there's a little bit more extra on top. But here is a divided sort of division, I think it is, and yeah, fairly decent. Has a gong. I like it. It's fairly decent. But moving forth, a 5.7 Don't Sleep. I mean, this skin itself, I think, is particularly gorgeous. Something you would want to see in Dreams and Nightmares. You can see close to my thumb, there is sheeps that are actually dressed, or wolves dressed in sheep's clothing, and how they transform. It's one of the most creative skins I've seen out there. I hope something like this gets accepted because this guy is fairly underappreciated and not really known about. Forgot his name. Too many names to remember, and I'm tired. I probably need to go for a nap after this. But here's another skin that everyone should know and love and appreciate. This M4. Just want to get in the right spec. But my point is, just looking at this, tag team, baby. Look at these gorgeous anime girls with their distinct hairstyles. I do hope something like this will be added in terms of an actual model. People would hate it, but I would love it as I'm pretty big into anime. Probably wouldn't fit Counter-Strike's theme or aesthetic, but people were so against skins in the first place, so I guess why not. But moving forth, we have this AEG Dragonborn, and looking at this skin, it reminds me of the M4A4 Dragon King. That is one of my most favorite skins. I don't know about you, but I really do love it. But moving forth, we have the Dragon Paw, and I was quite surprised. I was really surprised. This is one of my favorite skins I've featured this far. Made by Enrit, someone already talked about on the stream. But yeah, I was quite surprised how many people did not like it. I was really quite flabbergasted. Like, how could you not like this? I don't think it will be accepted in game in the sense that the doodle law got removed. So I don't think Valve will take another chance on it. But I really liked it. Here's another skin that is quite amazing. Like, how amazingly detailed is the suppressor on this specific skin? It is quite intricate, to say the least, and it's made by someone that is completely new to the workshop, Bingus. Really surprised, really amazed with his work as of late. So I hope he makes more. But moving forth, hey ZZ, yeah, I'm going good, man, going good. I will be ending the stream semi soon because, admittedly, I'm kind of done. I'm kind of checked out. But I just want to do a quick stream because I don't know, to celebrate today and to showcase more skins. It's great. But after this, I'll probably take a big long nap. The last skin I just showed you, the UMP45, Quasar, Devski, love you guys. Keep making more. And we're looking at the AWP Druid. This one, I lost my crap. I think this was the first AWP that I saw like a different colored lens. I thought it was almost like photoshopped. Oh, mate. Thank you for joining me. I know more people watch my VOD afterwards. But yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. But look at this skin. I think this would be a perfect COVID skin to have for an operation skin, maybe. I love it. It is such a good skin. It is W. So, to move the camera like this, so to speak, so like, because I can just move around normal, but I've got a little bind. I believe the bind is CL lock camera 1, I think is, and then I can move it around. It was actually revealed to me last stream. I forgot who mentioned it, but when they showed me, it's like a complete game changer. Yeah, the fact that it has a different colored lens, I'm a huge fan. But the advantage of being able to do this is I can just frame the skin just right so you can see my pretty face. Anyway, moving forth, get rid of that real quick. This electricity discharge. I feel like Valve quite often makes like themed cases. So the fact that they made a electrical themed skin, I think is pretty smart, because I wouldn't be surprised they make another kilowatt theme type case, something to do with electricity. So this is definitely a contender. I can't believe more people don't make electric themed skins, considering they usually make, like, they're gonna re-release the kukuri knife, the classic kukuri knife finishes. I definitely think it should be a gold rush to make more electric themed skins, because they already had accepted some electric themed skins. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Zombie operation. That would be cool. Imagine this. Operation and new anti-cheat measures of some calibration that actually work. If they did those two things, Counter-Strike would just explode. It'd just go up. But look at this multicolored themed AWP with all these different spirit animals in all kinds of different colors. It's like a rainbow. Taste the rainbow. It's pretty good. But moving forth, we have this fake scout. It's more like a fake AWP. But looking at the ground, if you're not paying attention, you could potentially pick this up thinking, yeah, I'm going to have this AWP and drop your M4A4, but it's actually a scout. That would be the ultimate, like, betrayal ever. But, yeah, definitely cool. Not a big fan of the little sticker over here. Oh, I think you should be able to see my mouse cursor. I didn't realize. My bad. My bad. But yeah, definitely big on that. Here's another skin I'll be featuring very soon. I love the face at the back. I don't know. I can't show you. Yeah, I love the face at the back. It is super duper good. I think this design is extreme, and I hope like something like this gets accepted in game, because besides the famous pulse, I don't think we have a pink red famous skin. Definitely something not that is this creative in terms of this style and design. But fast forward onto this skin, we have the fast forward by Pains. Definitely a nice skin in itself. Would be a good mil spec AK if they ever want to do that, because all we got is I think the elite build for the AK. I think we should have another mil spec AK one day in terms of like something from a case, that is. But moving forward, we have this fighter stick. It's like one of those games where you kind of mash all those buttons, and there's a little bit of a cheat code over there. That's sticky notes on it. I haven't used the cheat code just yet. I like this skin. It's fairly decent. AK-47 Firelaw, made by a guy that I previously mentioned already today. Hope he's going a bit better with his life. He's falling on some hard times, so if you see something like this on the workshop, please upvote it. I think it would help him quite a bit. But moving forth, oh my gosh! I keep doing this! Or maybe I don't even do it, I don't know. Fire starter. Let me quickly put everything together. Sorry about this. Roughness. I feel like each time this happens, I feel like I'm getting caught with my pants down. Because I just want to cycle through them and show everyone like all the skins. And I'll probably take a nap afterwards. Or something like that. Anyway, save. This is a new workshop author that I'm getting to feature on my channel for the first time. I've been seeing his work for quite a while now. So the fact that I get to finally feature him is actually pretty good. Pretty good. Not everyone is a big fan of the R8, but I am unusually attracted to the R8. I love the fact that it's even a gun. Not that I was a big fan of it at the beginning, but honestly, it's seriously underrated. So I would recommend using it more often. Here's a Flaming Hot. I think made by Pains, if I'm not wrong. Pretty good scout. We'll see if it gets accepted. Not a whole lot to talk about by the fact that it has like flames on the side, but it's fairly good. Here's something that's pretty groovy for you lovers of Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine, and it's made by Quadzka and Debsky, someone I will keep mentioning and singing the praises of, as without them, I don't think I'd be where I'd be. But moving forth, we have this M4A1S that is kind of like for Formula 1. It's called Formula CS, and you can definitely see where they're going with it. Very sleek, very modern, and fast looking. I wouldn't recommend rushing with it, but is fairly decent nonetheless. But moving forth, we got another M4A1S here, and this is the 4 Caesar piece made by Arling. Beautiful skin, although it's not my favorite skin because I feel like the pattern repeats itself a bit too much, but nevertheless it is still a W in my books. But moving forth, we have this Fox Sport, again made by a guy that's fallen on hard times. You see this Fox Sport, you upvote it please. Hopefully it will help him get something accepted in game. He's fallen on some hard times. But moving forward, Frog. This Frog skin. Very simplistic. Oh, not simplistic. It's very... What's the right word? It's just done right, you know? It keeps its main idea the main idea. And the thing that I find particularly interesting is just over here. I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor. There's a small frog face over there. You see all the time on Glocks or maybe a Nova or something like that, like a face at the back. But I don't think I've ever seen an M4A4 do this idea. So that's why I like it a lot. But moving forth, we have a Fury Glock 18. And honestly, it's pretty weird because 3 different workshop authors all call their gun Fury. So this is one Glock called Fury, right? and you can see it's very distinctive. So I featured this a little while ago. And the next skin that I'll show you, which I'm showing very soon, is this XM 1014. Again, also called Fury. It's fair. No one has the trademark rights just to the word Fury. But those two skins are called Fury. And to add further insult to injury, I guess, this skin here is also called Fury. All made by people I appreciate and enjoy, but all call their skins the same thing. So it's pretty annoying when naming them in the files because I keep like clicking the wrong Fury. But yeah, it's a-okay. I like them. This was probably out of the three, in all honesty, my favorite. I'm not saying the others are bad, but all of them are called Fury. There's just an interesting tidbit. By going back, let me quickly find where I was. But let me know, out of the three, like those who are watching right now, live and in person, which of the Furies did you like the most? I'd be fairly interested to know. XM, the MP5, or the Glock. But this is a very like robotic looking M4A4, and the best thing about this skin is the little window there actually kind of glows when you're firing it. Something that you don't see on many skins. So it's called the Fusion, and honestly, something like this, if it got accepted in game, I would be really delighted to see it. So really good work on this particular skin. But another skin that people should like is this Galactic Defender. I was going to say Offender. Looking at it, it reminds me of like rail carts. There's like 100-meter long rail carts or greater distances. Point is, I get to see like these carts full of iron ore where I work in the mines of Western Australia, and this reminds me of that. Like you see a lot of graffiti on them very often. So yeah, no, I like it. Big W. Moving forth, this is pretty weird. So as you can see, if I shoot this skin, the cylinder doesn't actually move, like rotate one. But if I just click it, you can see that it actually rotates. Valve, please fix one day. That would be really good. But the next skin I want to show, already featured it already, like showed it, but this is the Glock version in a slightly different color. I like it. It's by Bingus. Here's another skin. Oh, look how colorful this one is. Has a lot of different workshop variants. So if you see something like this, the Greyhound, upvote your favorite one. This is something that definitely deserves a spot in game if you ask me. This is quite a design. There's a lot going on. I don't know. My favorite thing, I don't know what it is with polyester magazines, the fact that you can kind of see the bullets as it's a little bit transparent. I'm pretty big on that type of stuff. So the fact is, this is a definitely decent skin. But here's another gorgeous skin. Just look how happy that little screen is. Imagine if you could animate that, you know? Oh, that would be cool. Imagine if it was like surprise whenever, like, I don't know, you reloaded. Listen.
Did you want lunch?
No.
Okay. Can I use your card to get lunch, please?
Yep.
Also, did you want to pick up Angela, or did you want me?
When does Angela need to be picked up?
3 o'clock.
I can pick up Angela if you need.
Okay.
So, my younger brother just asking how I'm going near lunch. I am getting a bit tired, so I will go for lunch fairly soon. But here's this P90. I hope that yeah, we get animated screens. Like you could animate something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. Didn't expect that. I don't know how long I've been streaming for, but it's been a little while. Apparently 36 people have joined and come and left, and there's 5 people right now. But we already have a Havoc collection, and this skin is called Havoc, but look at it. It is super cool. You can't really see it too well. Where am I? But the stick of dynamite on there, you can't really see the thumb. It's pretty annoying. But it says dynamite. I think that's a neat touch. And I hope something like this gets added because it's made by Derwin, someone that is relatively unknown on the workshop. Huge fan of his work. and we can see over here the USPS, homemade how I think it's called. Yeah, beautiful USPS. I love it. It's yeah, I do wish the indentations for the cardboard box, as you can see just over there at the barrel, I wish that was like a bit more prevalent, like holes in it, but what can you really do, really? But moving forth, hot metal. Oh, don't want to touch the tip. This is one of the skins I feel like should be kind of, like, I talk about animation a little bit on skins, but it'd be cool if that skin, if the tip was not like lit up, like hot, but you just fire it throughout like skin and it gets more hot and cools off. I think that would be really cool. Just an idea for Valve to implement one day. But yeah, unfortunately they haven't done something, but I think this skin would be super cool if it didn't have the red glowy tip until you fired it a few times. Illumination, PP Bison. Do we have 2 or 3? I can't remember. But here's another PP Bison, very rustic looking, kind of like Fallout-esque. I don't know who here would love to play around with the skin, but it is fairly decent. PP Bison's no longer one of my favorite guns, but this one here, oh my gosh, look at it. Look at the indentations, the circle lines. Oh, that is deep cut grooves, especially towards where you like actually hold the gun, like the handle. Really deep and cut and like 3D looking, but it's just trickery. It isn't actually what it is there. But anyway, moving forth, we have, no, my game crashed. Why did I click it? No, my game crashed. I don't think it's, oh, maybe it didn't crash. I don't think it's gonna work. Maybe I can save it. Just need to delete a file. Maybe everything's not wrong. We'll see. Oh, it's loading the map. Sorry. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. Sometimes if you click on files and it doesn't have the other files, then everything kind of collapses and it becomes annoying. Where am I? There I am, on the floor. Sorry. I'm back. I'm back on my podium with this beautiful Zeus. Sorry about that, guys. The thing about live streaming is sometimes it doesn't always work out. But this is a skin I'll be featuring soon enough on the channel. Very excited because looking at this cat kind of reminds me of the Middle Ages, like cats and all that. Oh, not cats. Drawings, how like they used to show art. Yeah, no, I'm a fan of this. I'll close this away. Now, this is another Zeus, but this is my favorite Zeus I've ever shown. This is a serious W. It is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that hook, line, sinker. It got me, and it basically is like a fake fish, but for a Zeus. It is so creative, and the fact is there's so many different variants. This is my favorite variant of them all. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, this skin. But moving forth, we have the Desert Eagle White Lotus. You guys probably seen the Black Lotus for the M4A1S, but look at this this White Lotus made by Moonfighter and Aridata. Really amazing stuff, super duper shiny. But moving forth, we have this gun. This was featured, or maybe about to be featured. I can't remember. Like I did record gameplay. I think I haven't uploaded it, like published the video or rendered it. But yeah, this reminds me of the Print Stream, a skin that we should all know and love. But it's Print Stream-esque. It's not the Print Stream, but kind of like a Print Stream. Really beautiful. Here's another beautiful skin. Something made by Friendly, Hardy, and I think Sororox, I believe. Look at that fierce face on the orb. Oh my days. This is such a gorgeous orb. It is incredible. I really do love it. I hope something like this gets accepted in game. I'll be pretty happy if Friendly gets a skin in game. That would be pretty massive. But here's another skin that is pretty extreme. Which of you would like it? I know something like this would be most welcomed in my inventory. Probably a classified if it gets accepted. Really like it. and quite neat. Here's something that's quite ghastly. If they ever make a Dreams and Nightmares case number 2, this is something they should consider adding. It is really quite something of a nightmare, really. And the fact that it seems to be like walking around, reaching out. I don't know, just it's freakish. But the workshop author said it wasn't his favorite skin he's ever worked on, which I found quite interesting. Sometimes people are too hard on themselves. But one thing that isn't too hard on the eyes is this gorgeous Vamp UMP 45. It comes in multiple different colors, but I thought this was the most striking. So it's something that I get to see and enjoy. I mean, this one is just works super well. It reminds me of Sombra from the Overwatch series. Here's something that I'm a little bit confused by. Yeah, would this be accepted in China? Like in the perfect world version? Like, is there a low violence version for the skin? Because this is just like, you look at the skull and that's clearly a skull, and China's not a big fan of those things, unfortunately. But then again, fortunately, because we wouldn't otherwise have the variant of the kill confirmed, and that the China's kill confirmed I think is better than our version of the kill confirmed that we got. But moving forth, we have the USPS Inheritance. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Something your mum would enjoy if she played Counter-Strike, guaranteed. But here is a Urban Tiger, really cool skin. I love it. Love tigers. And I don't know if you guys have watched Tiger King. That has been pretty entertaining. If you haven't heard of it or watched it, go search it up on Netflix. Oh my gosh. Why is this happening to me? You can see how depressing it is for me to link up everything. You guys probably may be seeing some of what I've been clicking on just to link them up, but I'm not too sure why that's happening. I'll probably have to spend a bit of time to discover why it's actually happening. Maybe off stream or something like that, so I can prevent it happening, because it's getting really quite annoying. But this is the skin I want to show you. It's called Underpass. This would be really quite a cool skin if they made a Overpass 2 collection. There is another AWP that I mentioned before that I would recommend for the Overpass 2 collection. So it's definitely a tie between these two skins, which would be in my hypothetical Overpass 2 collection. But here is a cool looking skin. This one is, I don't know what it is about this skin that I particularly like, but I do hope we get something like this, because they made it on so many different pistols. So yeah, I definitely hope they make more of these types of designs, because I find it very striking. Maybe it's the colors, the contrast of the colors, but it is really cool. I like it. Turbo. This is made by Blossom Alex. Very similar to the SOS, but considering how popular that skin was, I had to basically feature this Turbo. It's just a different color scheme compared to the SOS, but people love seeing the Desert Eagle blaze. They will pick it up if they see it on the ground or in a puddle of pee, like this pea colored. No, I shouldn't insult it. It's a gorgeous train. It's supposed to be a version of that little train that runs past on Overpass, and I think they've done an exquisite job on its design. Really big fan of it, although I did insult it. Topography. Who likes reading maps? I don't know who here likes reading maps, but this is an interesting design. I feel like maybe the colors don't work all too well, like the orange colors. It's a bit too bright, a bit too metallic, but it definitely breaks up the skin. If it was just the topography by itself, it would make it less, but I think they need to do a bit more with it, admittedly. But no, still a good design overall. Here's another AK-47 skin I'm featuring very soon. Has SV cheats, tap on their heads. But yeah, Valorant looking skin-esque. But I don't think, personally speaking, that is the worst of the worst thing. In fact, I like how boxy it is, like how angular it is. Pretty darn good skin, and especially considering this is this guy's first workshop submission. Great start. I hope that guy makes more skins. But moving forth, we have this M249 tank, and oh my gosh, just look at everything. everything about this skin. This is probably my most favorite M249 I've ever featured on my channel. Or maybe not. There's the Mirage TV. I thought that was really creative. I'm not too sure which one I like more, but they're both really good skins. So Valve, if you do want to add an M249, this one, look at it. It's quite creative. Has a tank of fuel for the magazine. But here's an absolutely gorgeous skin. Oh, look at it. I'm not going to say anything for a little bit. Just marvel in the beauty of this amazing looking skin. Super Soldier. Now, admittedly, not my favorite UMP45, but it's made by someone that's kind of still learning how to make workshop skins. Had to feature it to encourage him. I mean, if you guys want to make skins or do make skins, Horror Meow, hello mate, how's it going, bro? So many workshop authors come and go. And one of the things that I love about streaming right now, not at this particular time specifically, but the fact that so many workshop authors come in and say hello or goodbye or talk to me about my stream afterwards. Really quite crazy stuff. But this is made by Emu. This is the supercharged R8 revolver. One kind of interesting thing is the bullets are blue, I believe. So yeah, really love the supercharged. You'd probably know it as the fuel injector though. But here is something by Moonfighter and Buno, if I even pronounce his name right. Look how gorgeous this MP7 is. Absolutely phenomenal. Valve, we need this in an operation very soon. This is, I think, the best MP7 that I've ever featured. The most gorgeous. It's so creative. Look at these little fishy fish. Moving forward. Street Fashion. Oh, this one definitely looks like Grand Theft Auto. I know the History of Comics I was saying early this stream looks like Grand Theft Auto, but this one looks so like Grand Theft Auto. It's like, look at that. It is insane. I like this design. I like the skin. And it's one shot, one kill, so good luck getting me. Hopefully my gun's faster than yours. But the Streamliner, made by Blossom Alex and Vlad. Oh my gosh. This one is especially insane. I'll probably have to feature another Streamliner very soon on my channel, because honestly, Blossom Alex just hits out of the park. She is definitely, no doubt, top 10, maybe even top 5 workshop authors. I'm not going to say that about literally everyone, but the other one I mentioned was Endurit. Definitely top 10, if not top 5. Maybe I should even make a list of the top 5 workshop authors one day. Who knows? That would be a cool video. But yeah, moving forth, Steel Chomper, green. This has a lot of sentimental value in my, I guess, time in YouTube. Can't really see it too well. This lighting, man. There we go. So this is the second skin I got to feature on my YouTube channel. The AK-47 Steel Chomper. If it wasn't for Quasgar and Devsky, and I'll say it again on stream, I don't think I would be where I am right now today on terms of my YouTube career. So it's really thanks to them for so much. But moving forth, we have this M4A1S. Look how damn gorgeous this is. I featured the black version before, so this is, I think, the second time I've seen it showing the white version on stream. Really gorgeous, but maybe some of you prefer the black version instead. And just look at it. That is made by Ruki, and Ruki is the guy that made my new logo for my channel, like the SS. Thank you, Ruki. I hope you make more skins, bro. It's really quite something. Moving forth, we have standard issue Zeus. Oh, look at this. This is like a construction item that you'd see. I honestly think we'll get something like this added real soon. It has to be. It just fits so well. It's creative. I like it. Definitely something I want to see. Spirit Guardian. This is the first time on a skin that I got some, I don't know, suggestions, some implementation. Because I think it was Ryukin was asking for like name suggestions on like what to call the skin, and I said Spirit Guardian. It might be a bit hard for you guys to see it, but I was really happy for him to call it that. Not that everyone has to listen to me all the time, or if at all, but when they do, I feel quite particularly honored. Like, you'd listen to me. Anyway, moving forth, we have this space program M4A1S. Absolutely, like, it feels so retro. I think it is such a cool design, and I hope you guys think too. Unfortunately, that thing there is a little cat rather than a dog, but still a cool skin nonetheless. Another skin. Was it by... I don't know. For some reason, I'm thinking it's made by Enric, but I don't think so. I think it's Emu, the guy that made the fuel injector made this skin, and as you can see through its polyester magazine. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And I think I heard my dog outside. Hopefully he's all right. Another skin I'll be featuring very soon is this Sovereign Desert Eagle, made by Blossom Alex. I think she's the person I talked about the most on this stream. As you can see, huge fan of her work, and yeah, just look at the design, really quite intricate. Moving forth, we got this snapshot, also made by Emu, the guy that made the fuel injector. It's like one of those old cameras where you can kind of take a photo of. I don't think it would work too well, like in a practical sense, in the sense that if you were to be like a double agent, just trying to take photos using a Glock. But maybe it's like a cool, like you use it like an assassin, like pow pow pow, and you use this Glock to take the photos of the dead corpse. That's cool. Anyway, moving forth, the Shredded. I think these are the fewest dualies I've ever featured on my channel. And on top of that, this is the last gun that I've ever featured that I haven't featured before. As in, like, eventually I was going to feature a skin for every gun. And I think this is the last gun that I didn't feature. So this is the first skin for that gun that I featured. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So I was pretty happy to finally have done it. But moving forth, we have this Shattered Web P90. I was going to say UMP for some reason. P90 Shattered Web. We have had, I think, a Operation Theme skin for like Operation Hydra for the CS20 case, and then there's the other AWP in that. But yeah, I hope we get more Operation Theme skins in game, because it just reminds me of the good old days. We have the Secret Law. Yet to feature this on my channel, but featuring it on stream again. Gorgeous skin. Gorgeous skin. I like it. Really quite creative, and we'll see if it gets in game one day. But moving forth, I can't be bothered linking it up. I'm going to end this stream very soon. Anyways, it doesn't really matter too much. But that was going to be the Seaweed. But I'll be showing that skin on my channel anyways very soon. But look at this skin. There we go. It's one of those screaming toy things. Luckily, it doesn't make that sound, that really annoying sound that people love to hate. But yeah, looking at this skin, quite creative indeed. Probably not everyone's favorite, but I think it's kind of like, it would be a meme if it ever got accepted in game. Here's a train looking skin. You can see the graffiti on the window and all that. It's pretty cool. I featured before, but yeah, I definitely like it. But that is weird. You can see that floating pellet. I've never seen that before. Let's shoot a few. That's weird. That's weird. What the heck is that? Did you guys see that pellet? It's super weird. Alright, moving forward. Oh, this is the thumbnail of my most popular video on my channel, and it's all thanks to this skin. Who does not like this skin? It is absolutely gorgeous. It is phenomenal. It is really fantastic. I'm very happy of the level of quality of Multi-H's work. I don't know if he did it by himself, but here's another skin I'll be featuring very soon, Safari. In all honesty, I should have probably got the M4A1S variant of this skin, but at the time, it wasn't even made, I don't think. So, looking at this skin, big fat W. Huge W. But here's another skin that is a huge W. Look at this, it's like a comic. It reminds me of the Player 2 skin. Something that I am going to be pretty excited for. And you just look at the back, there's a gorilla with his tongue sticking out, kind of teasing us. But just look at him, go like, ah, and all that type of stuff. He's pretty angry. And he's fighting this cobra. Who will win? Find out next time when I look at more skins. Here is one of the literally best guns I've ever featured on my channel. This is definitely top 10, if not top 5 skins I've featured. It is gorgeous. And the fact of the matter is, they're going to be making another gun for this soon. This design, but on another gun. Super excited to see it, and I want to feature on my channel when that gets released. So if you like it, make sure you know what to do. Click that subscribe button. Anyway, moving forth, another skin from those times of medieval where things look pretty strange when drawn on walls and all that type of stuff. Little rat, and this cat is particularly frightened of this little mouse. Very unassuming, not too sure what the deal is, but it's alright, I like the skin. Here is a fairly rudimentary looking Mag 7. But the thing about this Mag 7, it's made by Nick57, and he has this ability to mod the game where he can review and showcase skins on any map. Something I definitely envy, as that would be really cool to feature some skins on any map. But speaking of which, this particular shark themed P250 reminds me of Operation Riptide. As you can clearly see, there is the Operation Riptide like shark there. Hopefully I didn't get too close. But yeah, look at it in all of its beauty. Absolutely gorgeous skin. Now moving forth, we have a rift. It would be super cool. You can see all these little gaps here in the skin and all that. It'd be kind of cool if it kind of streamed across, like it was animated. But then it would be like a Call of Duty skin. But still, really cool skin. I really like it. But moving forth, we have the Retro Racer by Moonfighter. He's made quite a few of these Retro Racer skins. So if you definitely like this skin, definitely look him up on the workshop. He makes some really amazing skins. And speaking of retro, we have this retro gizmo for the Zeus. And it's made by Derwin. Really amazing work he does. I hope he continues to make more and more skins. So we'll see. But talking about Derwin, another skin made by him. Looks like the Operation Phoenix logo. Bird over there. Yeah, no, fairly decent Tech 9. Not the best Tech 9 I've ever seen, but not the worst either. But moving forth, don't adjust your colors on your screen. This everywhere, like all this color is what it is. It's a pearlescent thing, like latex. Oh my goodness, this M249 is extreme. Hello there, Moto Boy. I'm bad at reading names. I'm dyslexic. I can't read names. But you know who you are. You said hi just now, so hello back. Let me know what country you're watching from. I'm kind of curious. But yeah, we have a red dragon. Yeah, just me, bro. So just so you know, all these skins I'm featuring, the workshop authors have given me the files so I can inspect them in game. That's the only way I can feature them. Otherwise, I'll be showing so many different skins. Not that I'm saying these are bad or anything like that. But I'll be featuring so many skins I've been meaning to feature. I've been wanting to feature, but not all the workshop authors let me feature their skins, which is annoying. Serbia. Cool. That's cool. Serbia. That's insane. That's insane. Thank you for joining me here, bro. Thank you. We got this little Panda Glock 18. Again, made by Derwin. He makes some really amazing stuff, and I'm a big fat fan of this particular skin, as I don't know, it's just done so well. I don't know about you guys, but he is probably the best, most underappreciated workshop author currently. But moving forth, oh my days, look how gorgeous this orb looks. This is the orb Queen's Gambit by Enrit. Really amazing orb. I don't think it really gets better than this. This has to be like a covert if they ever get accepted. Please Valve at it, and I hope Enrit will make more like this. This is such a good skin. I love it. It's such a good skin. I'm not even going to bother showing that. Who cares? If I didn't like fix it, if it's not fixed, then I'm not going to bother showing it. It's pretty annoying. Why is it forgetting? Thank you, the guy from Serbia. Thank you very much. I try my best. But here is a Sorgoth pragmatist. She's got dashingly good eyes and a little bit of an injury to the nose. But we can put a sticker to fix it, I suppose. But it kind of looks like sad. I just realized it's like a sad face on it. Oops. Anyway, my point is, it's a cool shotgun. I previously showed this, but I'll show it again. This is a point and click AK-47. Hopefully we can just point at someone's head and click. One shot, headshot. But one of the most creative skins I've got to feature so far is this CZ75 Auto Pocket AK. So it's in the design of an AK-47. There's not a whole lot because I feel like the front of it looks a bit weird. But the fact of the matter is, this is such a creative skin. It would be super duper like meme-like if it were to be added back then when the CZ75 was literally a pocket AK. But here's another Mag 7, and honestly, with its cartoony vibes, oof, I'd be that Tay running away from my life. Look at those ghastly monsters. You can see it. Enemy spotted, and he's running away. Pretty cute stuff. I hope you guys like Minecraft, by the way. This is a Minecraft Glock. Really cool. It would have been super cool if when you reload it, you could see some diamonds at the bottom. But, oh, hey Milong. Let me show you some of your skins. I think you did How, didn't you? Baby How. Hey Milong. I'm pretty sure you made the Baby How, if I'm not wrong. And then you did, Dash, CT Dash. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is one of your skins, isn't it? Yeah, mate. Yeah, you're right. The point and click is such a good skin. Yeah, this one. I love it. Such a good skin. Really cool. And yeah, I was quite surprised. Some people didn't really like it. I think it's a W. It's a big W. Anyway, moving forward, what is the next skin I want to show you? Whenever I search up a specific skin, it just closes all like the folders, and it's just like, oh, where was I? Pocket AK, Pixel, Pandora, Pike, Pixel, Pike. I think this is the next skin I was meant to show you. Look at this fish on the side of the skin. Absolutely insane. This is by a guy called Kiwi. Don't think he's an actual Kiwi. I could be wrong. He could be a literal Kiwi from New Zealand. But my point is, this is one of his first skins and is a fairly decent skin for his first skin. Here's a Pandora's box. Really something. You guys probably know about the Pandora's box gloves, but this guy literally made the Pandora's for the Famous, and also the Vice, and I think Hedge Maze, a bunch of different skins, but they're all really good. But we got the Ozaike, I can't pronounce it, but yeah, this is a fairly cool skin. Look at this Mac 10. Who wouldn't want something like this? It's fierce. It reminds me of Japanese samurai running up to do the last dance. But here is one zap. Reminds me of a particular level in Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know if you guys ever played that, but reminds me of that big ship on Banjo-Kazooie. I can't remember the name. It's been so long since I last played that game. Anyway, Moving forth, we have the USB-S Octane. Gorgeous skin. Reminds me of the, I think it's Bunsen Burner Glock. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, fairly darn decent. Oh, no, doesn't have that texture. We'll just move forward. Oh, this one. This one is pretty cool because it has this like birdie bird. You don't get to see that every day. It's made by AN. He's a Chinese fellow. So it's kind of interesting to see more and more Chinese skins out there. But yeah, nah, definitely like this. And this is possibly the reason why some of yous have clicked on my video. They saw the thumbnail, and this is the thumbnail of the skin they'll be showing fairly soon. Not too soon, probably in a few weeks time in all honesty, because I got quite a lot going in my life. But yeah, this is a particularly good skin. I love it. Really do love looking at the skin. I'm not too sure why I'm burping so much. It's crazy. Here's another skin by Muso. I miss him. I want to feature Muso again. He makes some of the coolest skins I have ever seen. And I just realized there's a little counter here. I've been streaming for an hour 45 minutes. That's insane. What the heck? Anyway, I miss Muso. And yeah, this is one of his skins he's made. It's this beautiful swan. Beautiful. Insane. But here's a skin that I think China would go crazy for. Absolutely insane if it ever gets accepted. I was mistaken in the video. So I previously said there's the Kimono Dragon or something like that. Kumiko Dragon. But there's an Imperial Dragon for the P2000. So I'm very fortunate to be able to see it in game. But here is this gorgeous P90. Also made by Anne, the guy that made that Chinese birdie bird skin. But yeah, it's quite interesting because you can clearly see that's Inferno. Right, it's Banana, and it's this like esports girl with CS. Something I haven't ever really seen, and it has pearlescent effect, which I really like. But I haven't ever really seen a skin that shows a particular place on the map. Pretty interesting, if you ask me. But we have this Narcos Tech 9. You can see that there's some like Ace of Spades at the bottom there, some cards. Really quite interesting, highly detailed skin. And you can see the Grim Reaper. I don't know if you can see it, but you should be able to see the Grim Reaper when I move the thumb. Just for a moment. Just for a moment. Anyway, moving on, we have the Merc Point. This is one of the coolest AKs in terms of if it were to be like a restricted, I feel. Definitely like how the texture of like the rubber at the front definitely feels something that's built to last, to say the least, and it's quite striking at the same time. I can't pronounce it, the Motoko or something like that. This is a cool M4. Beautiful girl on the side with this rat companion thing. I don't even know what that is, but I definitely like it. Looking at this skin, I could spend a little while enjoying it. I think this would be a big W if people were to, Valve were to accept it. I think people would try and get that skin. Here's a scary thing. For the Dreams and Nightmares case number 2, if they ever make it. Not that they've already made the number 2. But I'm just thinking, because I feature a lot of horror-based skins, a lot of dreamy-esque skins, a lot of creature-esque skins. But yeah. Here's a case and probably Valve. That's Valve for you right there, bro. Here's another skin I'll be featuring very soon, thanks to Quazga and Debski. I wonder whose thumb that is. Is it Quazga's or Debski? Let me know. If you watch this part ever, guys, one day, let me know whose thumb that is. I'm kind of curious. But a Mermaid Pearl. Oh my gosh. Made by Buno. Look at this gorgeous lady on the side. This is definitely has to be an Operation skin. Definitely in, I'm thinking classified. Maybe covert, but definitely classified. Really excellent skin. Medikit. Oh, this is something that you guys should recognize from Half-Life. Yeah, Half-Life based skin. You know? I don't know, the sound it makes. I can't even replicate it with my mouth. But really cool skin. But we have this Mad Dash coming in. Oh, this skin is quite interesting because it has a glowy effect to it. It is really quite something else, but you have to be in more darkened area, but the eyes over here will light up, and as well as this little blue part over here. That doesn't work. So many skins don't work. Got too many skins on my thing. I'll probably have to clear some of them out of it. But here is M4A4 Ancient Assassin, made in conjunction with Friendly, a YouTube guy that I kind of aspire to, as in like he's getting quite a few views now. He started when he's really small, and now he's getting somewhere, which I'm really happy for him. But another skin by Mia. This is the Little Medusa. Absolutely gorgeous skin. Hope it gets in game one day. And here is the Little Critters. Oh my goodness. It reminds me of Crazy Bones. I don't know if you guys know of Crazy Bones. We used to get Crazy Bones all the time as a kid. So it kind of reminds me of my Australian upbringing. Childhood upbringing, that is. Here's a skin that is made by someone relatively unknown. And I don't always feature big names, but I'll try and bring up the smaller guys. And one guy contacted me about this skin, and I want to show it because honestly, it's not too bad. Here is Lion Dancing by Arling. I'll be featuring that very soon, as I just recorded gameplay for it today, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe even yesterday. Fairly decent skin, and I think China would be hugely into it. I'm not too sure what that stuff says, but that will be seen soon enough. But here's Last Dive. One thing that I particularly suck with is the fact that when I feature this skin, there's the text overlay at the very, very top of the screen, somewhere around here. And I literally wrote the wrong people that made the skin. So I credited someone else, and I feel particularly bad. Luckily for me, the people were very okay with it. They like understood, even though it was the first time I ever featured them. But here is a AWP made by Arco Digital and his wonderful wife. One of the more interesting looking AWPs I have gotten to feature. They've since made a like different colored variant, but this is such a cool AWP skin nonetheless. And then there is this King's Rest. Absolutely banger from Buno and I think Hardy. I'm just listing off names. I could be wrong, but definitely Buno. Really nice skin. And one thing that I like is that little diamond ruby inlay over there on the side of the bolt. I think that is particularly creative. Really amazing stuff made by those guys. I think we're almost done. Once I feature all the main skins, I'm going to be going offline and getting a bit of rest because I'm pretty darn hungry. I need to pick up my sister very soon from school. But here we have this AK-47 King's Light. This is literally, quite literally, one of the most upvoted skins on the workshop for CSGO. So, like, here we go for CS2. Who knows? Will we get accepted for this one? This is particularly gorgeous design. I love how it kind of changes the color. It is quite amazing. I think the white is a bit too white, but I digress. Here is this gorgeous AWP made by Ruki. Again, Ruki is the guy that made my logo for me unexpectedly. I didn't ask him to do it, but he made it and I absolutely love it. And I'm a huge fan of his work. I mean, just look at this AWP. Really quite crazy stuff. I love how all the colors change when inspecting it. Really amazing stuff. Moving forth, we have this Irrepressible Fury. Reminds me of Japan. Really an interesting skin. A lot of snakes going around. But yeah, moving forward. The Sword of Ion. When you inspect it like this, it doesn't particularly look too good from this angle, but honestly, from this angle, bam, that looks really good. So this is one of those skins that you don't really want to feature, like as in like inspect, but because it kind of ruins the illusion. But other than that, it's still a cool skin nonetheless. Very futuristic themed. But talking about futuristic themed, look at this Scar 20. I mean, I'm very excited for the future of scoped weapons. We can create custom scope lenses, not only recolor them, but add like different reticles to them. That's really cool. Doesn't change anything of anything in particular. It's still the same, like aim down the sight, but I think it's a cool, neat touch. But moving forward, we have the innovation. Look at this deagle. Very futuristic and made by Y9 Jane 34,633. I think that's his name. Could be wrong. Let me actually properly inspect it. Really gorgeous deagle. I really like it. Hope you guys do too. Moving forward, Inhaler, CT sided, Famous. Obviously it's CT sided because it's Famous, but you can see the Guardian. It reminds me of the Guardian Elite pin. And we already do have the M41S Guardian and USPS Guardian. But actually, I think that is basically it for all the skins I've featured once. I'll just show you some other skins that fall out of the category. For example, like this Prism. Look at this AK-47, literally made of glass. One of my most popular skins for like a separate showcase video when I used to just only show one skin at a time per video. Yeah, really gorgeous skin. We have a Chronicle here, which is basically newspaper themed, so I'm just going to cycle through some of the different colored variants. Oh no, I've already locked seed. My bad. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, this one is a skin that I'm going to be featuring very soon. The workshop author has requested me just to specifically showcase this on Santorini. But yeah, I don't think I can do that. But we'll see. Maybe through trickery. Alright, I'll probably end it there because I'm getting really hungry now. I feel like I got a hole in my stomach. And I don't know what else to show you guys. But thank you to the last 4 people that stuck with me to the end. Yeah, I'm pretty sure YouTube will upload the VOD, if that's the correct terminology. So if you want to just skip through the video and try to look at all the skins that are featured, you're more welcome to. But yeah, if you guys are watching and you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe and watch my videos. It would be greatly appreciated. I just want to feature these skins so I can shine a bigger, brighter light on the workshop community. It's really fun showcasing them. And yeah, I'll just show this last random skin, the Dragon Paw, to end it off there. Guys, I don't know where you are within the world, but I hope you have a fantastic day. Wish me luck with this new interview that I just applied for. And yeah, wherever I next see you, thank you for joining us.